Welcome back to Tomb of Fate. This is session 3 of High Walls of Sunsend, entitled First Survey. In the last two games, we have demonstrated one methodology of play, a quest. Somebody at the manor fort has discussed with the party beforehand that they should go to a location. Um, and that is one methodology of playing. In this game, the team here will be making the decision as to where they wish to go. Oh, hold on a second. I see. Well, I've already messed up a little bit, but we're going to hold out. I just need to move this to here for right now. Hopefully nobody was paying attention or checks the VOD. Uh, I may have been showing the GM map. Totally fine. Gonna continue on without looking though. Okay, so this methodology is free roaming. The group will decide where they go based on what looks cool on the map or what they have learned about the lands of Sunsend in the lead up to this point. With that being said, the group was not so much called together, but opted to meet um, in a specific location in the manor fort. Um, Ramilda came to Halvard after calling for new arrivals to the manor fort to attend her. The company meets in the sitting room of the manor, and the faded ones are graced with the soft strumming of a dulcimer. Romilda sets the hammers of the instrument aside. Once all have arrived, she says, I feel that our vanguard Halvard may have a mind to search the area of Sun's End. My associates may not be interested in or focused upon right now. I have called you to accompany him, as I can see in you a group that is cunning and ready to bring light to the dark corners and hidden lairs in the region. I know much from listening to the others and can help you in setting out if you wish, or I can give you a simple calming tune as you plan your expedition. Halvard just recently returned from the Chapel of Eversoul and um, is the sole veteran, be it by a short measure, only one outing, in this company. There's a map seated in the middle, which I will recover here in a moment. Bear with me for the viewers at home, and then we will kind of discuss it. Um, but Ramilda asked her question, and Amadis has played with us before. We'll just do a very brief kind of run through of Halvard and you as a player. Um, if you would kindly just tell us very quickly about Halvard and yourself. You're muted.
Halvard is a Goliath fighter. He typically wields pole arms. He's got a green cloak. He's kind of gruff and not very good with people, but he wants to protect everyone. So far, he has been the one who needs protecting.
And then just a bit about you, Amadis.
um, Hi, I'm Amadis.
And he's only played with us once before. He, from what I have seen, is a very competent role player and Dungeons and Dragons player. Um, and we discussed last time my personal kind of caveats for play, like I don't want to see them in game. They probably won't come up. Child abuse, sexual assault, and then my veils are if it gets into a romantic territory, fade to black. We're done with that. We'll discuss what happens afterwards, but not the details of the activity itself. And that's primarily it for me. Nothing is really off the table besides that for me, but if the players do have something that they kind of hold as like being problematic, that they don't want to kind of deal with in a game, I will pull it away. I think descriptions of bone breaking is one of the ones that kind of keys to my head. Some people kind of have like a weird ick with that. Totally fine. But yeah, moving then into the discussion with the next person after Halvard was kind of brought into the room with Ramilda. He stated, I'd be more at home exploring the cliffsides, but fixing up the chapel to might make a more useful forward camp for explorers later on. His curiosity sated, Halvard waited for the rest of the group to speak. Um, Lucian looked around bewilderingly as he stands there, his hands held awkwardly. And we'll get into more of that. But first, Lucian is played by Peter. And Peter, you are new to playing with us, but you are certainly not new to the gaming space. Please tell us first about Lucian, and then tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, Lucian is a something of a sort of a bookish type. He's delved into the things he probably shouldn't have and made contact with the eldritch beings that now drag him around and getting him into trouble in various uh, bits and bobs, and he's never quite sure what he's doing or where he's going. But endless curiosity drives him on. So he's got that whole. While he's practically dressed in various types of leather and stylish armor, he's got glasses that seem to hide his eyes a little bit. They're not functional, but they're tinted, because having hexachromia tends to mess with people sometimes. But beyond that, he's just doesn't know where he is and what he's doing. So that's his play right now, trying to figure out why he's here. As for myself, I'm a professional illustrator in the gaming industry. I've been doing that, oh, as a professional artist, I've been doing that since probably the mid 80s, but I've been working for a particular game company for the last 25 years or so.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us, and hopefully we see a bit more about Lucian and his peculiarities. Do you have anything that's off the table for you that you'd like to mention prior to the game beginning? Good on everything?
I am I am very flexible on a lot of things, so I am not easily offended. Nothing really phases me, and you know, I've
Well,
seen a lot too much to let things bother me. So
absolutely fine. If there's at any point, again, I just want to make sure this is clear for everybody. If anybody crosses a line, just be sure to make sure that it's known. We will work through it, and we will make sure that it is not offensive to anybody. Moving on to the next person, but through dialogue. Lucian basically watched the situation very keenly, observed everything, and kind of speaking just to himself, asked, "What is she getting me into now?" We'll leave that vague. Romilda continued playing the dulcimer, but gave a curious look to Lucian when that was said. Then, one of the other number, an elf named Calithian, spoke up. Calithian is played by Elizabeth. Elizabeth's been here for a long time. If you're watching this channel and have been for a while, you know her. She's a mod in the Discord. She's kind of a big deal. She'll describe a bit more about herself here in a second, but first describe a bit about your character and then tell us about yourself.
So Calithian is a wood elf, long-lived, and mostly a keep to himself type, but he is also very bookish, and has mostly lived in libraries for the last, I think, he had like 600 years on there. I can't remember,
Something to that effect.
but
But he doesn't really know,
heavy
really.
reader, huh?
He wouldn't really know, really, right?
Yeah.
Feels like that long.
Yeah, he hasn't really kept track. Um, and neither will I. So, um, he where was yeah, so he's lived in libraries most of his life at this point, and he is mostly known to copy books, word for word, line for line. So he is looking for the next uh, book to copy down.
Very good. Um, Calithion looked up from the map after observing it for a while. He stated, "I'm not much for cliffsides myself. The chapel seems like a boon to others resting here and may provide some fruitful information on the other goings on in the area as well." If it's alright with you all, I would prefer that location unless anyone else has an argument for a different place. He studied the map again for a moment, then settled himself at a table to check his things before they headed out. Lucian chimed in with another question, mainly to himself, um, but also kind of as a perhaps something for the others to heed. You don't know where you are or why you are. Any direction is good as another, I suppose, um, which is accurate. I mean, you kind of did just show up here um, and are trying to find a path forward to the high walls or through the high walls. I believe that one other question asked. No, that was it. So very quiet and keeping to themselves um, would be the other elf of the party. Um, Joseph, tell us about Kalen, and then tell us a bit about yourself.
So Kalen is a high elf druid, uh, soft-spoken, kind of observant. Um, can't really tell how old they are. Obviously, high elves, um, but uh, yeah, was observing and didn't really chime into the conversation, but will add that they seemed more inclined and to the option of the church in the forest or the woods rather. And yeah, and about me, I'm Joseph. Pronouns are they them, and this is my first time back into role playing in a very long time. So
It's not that
glad to be
bad.
here.
It's about a year, right?
It's more than it's probably more than two because I haven't since I
Yeah.
moved.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I remember. I think the last thing that we did together is you locked a great old one weird worm inside of a time
Inside a mage
prison.
tower.
Yeah,
Hmm.
That
With
is the
myself.
last time.
fun times. I won't say that's connected, but maybe. Perfect. I want to make sure too, out on the table, if anybody has anything lines or veils that they want to throw out there, last call for that. But again, at any time, if something does particularly rub you the wrong way, just please feel free to um, stop everything and we can kind of focus in on that. That said, the markers that we have on the table at current, I was kind of expressing a little bit about the details of these, but I want to make sure that you are aware of them and their locations. We've discussed the chapel. Do you want to ask Romilda anything in particular about the chapel? Do you want to focus on any other tokens or icons on present? Or do you want to ask anybody about the markers that we've identified through travel, which would be the Broken Bridge, the King's Road tunnel entry, and the Crypt of Bilisk, also the Chapel of Eversoul? Anybody have any questions? I mean, or is the chapel just our primary focus and we're locked in?
Uh, Halvard would definitely ask about the chapel. It sounds like most of the group wants to go there. It seems straightforward enough to him. So, Ramilda, what do you or the other people of the Manor Fort know about the chapel?
It was a point of interest for Mainwin. She was very much curious about it. I believe that the temple has suffered great calamity. It has fallen in upon itself. It is my understanding that she is interested in it because fated ones that came before you traveled out that way and never returned, and they did not have dark marks upon them. They should have been restored here by her magics if they died afield, but they did not. I would suggest caution. I do know that the temple was to the three, so it should have exterior shrines somewhere near it that may aid you in stopping any latent necromancy that's present around it, if you can find them and restore them.
Um, do we? I forget who in the last party was given the bynod.
If you
Um,
want it, you can take it. That's absolutely fine. I will go ahead and add you as a observer for that journal entry.
okay. Yeah, I don't necessarily need to hold on to it, but if we're going to write a chapel, it seems wise to bring the book of how the chapel is supposed to be.
More than fair. And again, anything that's mentioned, if you have any questions whatsoever, she is willing to answer.
Is it possible that the previous fated ones that had went were just concealing their marks?
It it is unlikely the case that they died. If they had died, their bodies would have been restored here by Mainwin due to magics that happen whenever someone stays with us here. You are connected inextricably to the fate of the Manor Fort and to your own fate, which, according to her, is past the high walls in the north. So it's not likely that they died. It could be the case that they have some other agenda of their own and wish to engage with it. And perhaps whatever they are doing, that source of their interest is present in the chapel, or perhaps its catacombs beneath.
Well, good to know. Any of you scholarly types have better questions?
I don't suppose that there's a possibility that they've been captured,
It is a
or just
it is a possibility. The Forge Master Bunder suggested that they perhaps have been made thralls. There are powerful undead in the world, some that are capable of altering a person into an undead, which I do not think would activate the Dark Mark.
so should we kill them, they may return.
Perhaps. And if they are so possessed by undead, perhaps in doing that, we would be able to purify them here at the fort.
Doesn't hurt to try. Is there an underneath of this chapel?
The catacombs, yes, I believe there are honored
Catacombs.
dead underneath. And I think Mainwind's interest in the location is more to do with Benson's skills. According to her, there should be a magic circle present inside the catacombs, which, if Benson is made aware of the specific dynamics of it, he would be able to teleport fated ones from here to there.
Convenient.
So, yeah. So find the magic circle. And only the catacombs are known to be under the chapel?
That is all we understand. The books and the lore present here, it's vast, but it's also very opaque to those who do not know where to seek knowledge. Mainwind seems to have knowledge that precursors our own. I too arrived here, but well before you. But she seems to be more aware of what has happened here. I've picked up a little bit of the matters. I believe that there was some conflict in the city proper. The invading force came from the sea, from here to the south. How the manor fort wasn't completely decimated is unknown to me. Mainwind swears it was because of the prowess of the fighters present here. But the city was sacked, and the high walls were what everyone retreated behind. There are two massive golems with very large bows that stand on the high cliffs near the high walls. They are known as the Northern Ladies. Anything that comes within their sight that is not bearing specific sigil, a pair of half circles that form together as a medallion, the golems will shoot them directly and destroy them. And yes, smile all you want, Joseph. Yes, I'm gonna have some medallion
You,
hoisting in my
I
game.
need to
Okay.
hoist the medallion so that
I
I can
need
go.
some
Okay.
medallion. I just need a little bit of medallion hoisting. I want
When
I want the cool look.
when Ramilda describes this medallion, does that sound perhaps reminiscent of the one we found in the Chapel of Eversol?
There's this very strange moment where you see Halvard thinking, right? And he's kind of like, and Ramilda says, "Yes, indeed. I believe the Grisgul is protecting one half of the medallion that would be required to pass through the high walls. I do not think that you and your company are ready to confront the Grisgul. If you wish to try and trick it or perhaps maneuver around it, you can attempt to. But I warn you, it will be a circumstance where I'm pretty sure you will end up back here."
I would die for any of you, but I would rather not do that immediately.
That's fair.
I'd rather it matter. Fair.
Then we are agreed.
The chapel, it sounds like we're focused in on that. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that's the case, we have a few pathing options here. You can go to the north around Mount Azumaten. You can go south and east around Mount Azumaten. Both of these options will require you at one point descend from the highland to the lowlands through a cliff. These are not sheer cliffs. These will have like switchbacks and kind of carved paths. Switchbacks are my favorite. But yeah, they'll have methods and paths for you to get down without issue. But if your goal is to climb the mountain, ascend over top of it, and then descend over the cliffs, that is also possible. But it has obviously, you know, it's
Yeah.
a harder path. But it is absolutely an option if you guys would like to be crazy. Who knows what's up there? I will say at the beginning of this game,
Rather not find
because it is the free roaming game, I would like for everybody to choose one of the following 4 skills, and then you will roll that skill. So just pick which one you think works best for your character, and then you will roll it. Your options are Arcana, Nature, Perception, or Religion. Choose one of those 4 skills, and you can choose the same one as anybody else, and then I want you to roll that skill before we start traveling.
Perception
We can
every
all
time.
Pick the same one,
Perception as well.
Halvard, perception. Okay, so one thing you notice when you return is that the fog and the clouds cleared a bit. And you would notice that on the kind of high end of Mount Azumaten, there's a cliff, or not a cliff, oh, sorry, a peak, that appears to have a structure on it that is almost like this very strange, like, domed tower. Kalen, you focus on the natural aspects of the world around, and what you would notice is that the forests that are present here, and also what you know from the books and what you've been told about the Cloaked Wood, is that they are very different, but they share one commonality. They appear to also be cursed with undead. So there will be undead in the Cloaked Wood as well.
That's so bad.
What, Elizabeth's role?
I
Oh
don't want to talk about it.
Elizabeth, you are walking out of the door and you bump right into one of the Goliaths. There's so many Goliaths in this place. You bump into one of the Goliaths. It's not Halvard, though. It's somebody else.
Yeah. Starts following them.
Yeah. And Halvard's like...
Grab him.
By volume, the Manor Fort is mostly Goliath fighter.
Correct.
They're all dressed the same. They're all in armor.
And they all got the marks, and they're all stone giants. Yeah. Again, people were playing to survive.
On the die roll, I rolled an 8, and whatever my Arcana bonus,
Sure.
+3. So
Just as a heads up, moving forward, if you're wanting to roll a skill in your character sheet, you can click the skill, it'll roll it. Or if you have your banner popped up in a combat scenario, there will be a skills section for you to do that. What was your bonus again?
the Arcana was a +3, and the roll was an 8. So,
Okay.
so it should be a total of 11, I imagine.
From the sounds of it, as you're thinking about what has been described to you regarding the chapel, and also kind of overhearing the commentary on there being undead in the cloaked wood, you know that there are perversions that can twist the hallowed ground of a church and turn it into something more foul. You, again, don't know if that's the case here, but in your mind, that is kind of the thing that it sounds like is the case here. Um, okay. Which direction, as a group, would you like to go, hex-wise? If you move onto a mountain, that space will count as double. You can move a total of 12 spaces before a long rest is required.
I was thinking we would take the southern path down,
Down.
because down by the cliffs and then up the road from here, that seems the safest. We might have the most visibility in the woods if we take that route.
Perfect. So we're going to move from here to here, and then the first person, representative of your group, I don't care who, pick one, will roll a 20-sided dice.
Not me.
I already
do
got
it.
my one out of the way. I can do it.
Okay, yeah, listen.
You want the one.
Oh, then I shouldn't do it. I'll
Yes.
do it anyway.
7.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Free roaming. So on a 7th or 6 through 15, it's just peaceful travel. You move along the edges of the forest. You're keeping in sight line of the scree and kind of like foothill portions of Mount Azumaten, and you're kind of making your way across very just calm grazing ground through that first space. These markers are about a mile, so again, don't think that you're traveling like it's not Lord of the Rings style, like yonder. Um, just a simple casual stroll. You're moving into another hex. Similarly, we're going to need another d20 roll.
I'll do that.
Okay. And it can be the same person over and over again. I don't mind, but
Oh God.
okay.
Maybe it shouldn't be me. That's the second 19 in a row.
So as you make
That's not good on this table.
your way through here, you come to a point in the grazing land where you realize you have no choice but to kind of pass through a bit of forest. You're not deep in the forest. It's more or less kind of on the edge of the forest, so to speak. But it is dark and it is foggy. I said it was less foggy. I didn't say it was not foggy at all. Up ahead, you see what appears to be a tree stump, and your group kind of, understanding that this clearing space might be occupied, move in cautiously. Um, I would like for everybody to make a perception check. I need a 13 or better from at least one of you. That's
That should be a 17 for me, I think.
very good.
No, 18.
You will enter this clearing. Albert and Lucy. You'll enter
I
this.
don't know why I did that.
What's up?
It rolled 2 d20s instead of 1, so I guess.
Oh, because again, when you're clicking on the manual, sometimes it'll pop up extra. Just as again a reminder, if you have your character sheet open and you're rolling a skill check, you can just click the name of the skill on that first page, and it'll roll the skill check with the modifier already in it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Right, activate. Um, so up ahead, a good distance away, near that tree stump, you would see what appear to be soldiery, but as you get a closer look at them, specifically those who rolled a 14 or better, which I think was everybody, I think both of your dice were still better enough to get that, Lucian. But you would notice that the...
I did not. I got a 10.
So obviously still unaware of where he is, Lithian just kind of wandering about. But the rest of you
Looking
would
around for books still.
He's outside. He doesn't know where he is.
the rest of you would see what appears to be soldiery, but looking on them closer, you would notice that there is no flesh; they are but bone wandering about. And at about the same time that they are seeing, or you're seeing them, they are seeing you. Bear with me here. Combat. Add an encounter. Okay, so if you select your token and bring up your combat chart at the bottom, you'll see that there's a dice there, and then like a suitcase-looking icon, kind of near those. If you click that dice, it'll roll initiative and it'll add you to the tracker. Halvard, I don't know what you did. You didn't select your token, probably. Looks like your initiative. There you go. Was that higher or lower
You
than
said
the
it's
first?
right-click on the token, right?
So yeah.
I did not roll another die.
It will not
Okay.
let me.
Then yeah, you're good. So yeah, if you
Yeah.
up in the top left, there's a little guy icon, and then there's like
The token?
the selectable option, not the ruler option. It's like a little select
Like
tokens
underneath the
option.
little
I see.
anvil in the top left.
hmm And then if you have that selected, then you should be able to select your token. Right click.
And
Toggle.
you have to select the
I found
token
it. Okay.
first and then right click.
I see, I see, I see.
Once we all get our initiative sorted, I do have the alert feat, so we can shuffle things around very slightly.
hmm
Uh,
I
those
will
those
find
of you with
where initiative
Oh,
is.
real quick. Okay, so right
Oh.
click or click your token, right click, then click the double sword so that your stuff at the bottom is showing.
Yeah.
Okay. Then if you look at your sheet at the bottom there, you'll see like there's 6 empty boxes, and then there'll be a dice right next to those 6 empty boxes. Do you see that? Right above your art.
Okay.
Click that as roll initiative. And Peter, you got it?
I'm working on it. I see the stuff down the bottom left there, but I don't really see a row of 6 boxes, or unless it's across the top
Just
there.
above your picture.
Yeah, above your
Oh,
picture, there'll be like a white icon of a D20 and then a white icon of what looks like a suitcase. Click that white icon of the D20.
Oh, there it is.
No worries.
it's tiny.
First time on here. First time on here. Again, I do not expect you guys to be.
Some of these
rocket
icons are about that big, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally understand.
Yeah,
I am on a very large monitor.
You're on
So,
a TV,
yeah,
John. You're on 2 TVs.
I understand. They're small on my screen still too. So.
Okay.
Let's go
Look-
buy
looks-
another monitor for the game.
Looks like a little face.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, I vibe with that. I see that. So the combat begins. Bear with me here. I'm just gonna switch to fight music because I want to. We're gonna go with yeah, creepy. Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
creepy. Okay.
Fighting Skelly Mans. Um. Okay, so Halvard, you will be first, and up at the top, you should see a tracker up above. Um, Basically, the line is the median point where the start is, and then you also see a number near the line. That will be the round that we are on. So just as a heads up, what those mean. Halvard, you're first. Distance away, it looks like they have bows drawn, and it looks like they're getting ready to train them on your company. What would you like to do?
But before we get too deeply into
Oh,
that,
alert.
did anybody? Yeah, did anybody want to swap initiatives with me?
Does anybody want to go first? Looks like Lucian's already above the skeletons and in the initiative track. So Calithian or Kalen, if you want to kind of go a bit quicker, Halvard can forfeit their space at the top and switch with you.
Yeah. I'm asking this mostly because y'all likely have ranged attacks, and my melee attacks are much stronger than my ranged attacks, but the skeletons are too far away for me to get to them.
Fair.
Well, I can have a crack at an Eldritch Blast from here, so I can.
Yeah, we'll swap it then.
Yeah.
Update to 15 for. Oh, that was the wrong one. Update. No, sorry, Lucian, you're already before the skeleton. Sorry. That's what I was trying to say. So Lucian switching with you would basically just not really change much other than like basically because it goes Halvard, Lucian, skeletons, and then the 2 elves. The elves are slow as fuck. As elves are traditionally, as we understand them to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sure.
it would be fine to switch that, but it wouldn't serve like a tactical benefit. If you'd like to, elf-wise, are any elves fighting for the swap with
How do I see how far I am from them?
You can use your
Fine.
ruler. If you go to your ruler up there, there's a ruler tab, then
Mhm.
drag and check. About 55
Okay.
feet,
Okay.
No.
70 feet from the
Plenty of
farthest
room
out. Yeah.
Well
So,
within range then.
Kalen or Calithian, I just need an answer. If I don't get one, I'm just going to continue on without. No
I'm
swap.
good.
I'm
Kalen?
fine.
Okay, so however they want you to go first. Like, you're the one who's played before. Get to it.
I'm just trying to figure out where my weapons went.
Sure.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there's small little tabs on the side of your character sheet. One of them should be inventory, and if you drag and drop them into those spaces, you should be able to.
Okay, that's where those go. Okay.
Yep.
I currently don't have much in the way of ranged either, so that's
Yeah. Also, there's a button at the
fine.
bottom that says Cast Spell. It should bring up all your options in the list, and you can just click
Yep.
one if you're throwing it. But yeah.
Okay.
Well, Halvard, what are we doing?
I'll swap loadouts to one that includes a shield. Move my 35 feet forward and chuck a javelin at one of them.
Pro tip? Do you want a pro tip?
Yes.
You got the shield out. Do you want to take the dodge action to better your defenses, or do you want to chuck a piece of wood with a pointy end on it to try and at a skeleton, mind you? Do you want to throw a pointy thing at a skeleton?
Are they resistant to piercing damage?
I don't know. Are they?
I don't know the answer to that.
So if you want to throw the spear, throw the spear. I'm just saying. Pro tip.
I can take the dodge action and get up forward. In that case, I'll draw out my my flail.
Cool. And then yeah, make sure you've got the select tool selected before you pick up your token. It looks like you're having trouble picking them up. You're on the ruler,
No, I'm just
right?
trying to remember.
You're on the ruler.
I'm trying to. Yep, I'm good.
Okay,
I've got
good.
there.
He was trying to make sure that you had the right spot.
Oh, gotcha,
Picking the right
gotcha.
space, not walking too far.
I see.
Yeah, I'll take the dodge action and brandish my flail and shield.
Cool. And there should be an end turn at the bottom there, but if not, I'll hit. Okay, perfect. Lucian, you're up. And yeah, you're well within range for an Eldritch Blast, as you had mentioned before.
Yeah.
Which one would you like to target?
The top one.
Okay,
Yeah.
so real quick, when you are shooting at a target, you just hover your mouse over them for a second, and then on your keyboard, press the letter T for target, and then it should put like a reticle around it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Pictures really kind of below my screen, so I can't really see it.
You can zoom in on the map by using your scroll wheel, and it'll kind of like
Yeah,
snap
that's what
in
I'm
on
doing, but
It's still a little bit small. Okay. It looks like you got a mark though.
Yeah.
So, no, that's Joseph that marked
Okay.
it. That's not you.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, you can mark it if you want to, but yeah, just hover your mouse over it and then press the letter T on your keyboard. Perfect. Nailed it.
there we go.
So that means that when you roll, all damage and everything will just be applied to it directly, saving us the trouble of me having to try and do math. Then click on your spells.
I feel you. I really do.
there is a very large meme around here where like I have said I've killed people and I was nowhere near it, or I definitely thought I didn't kill somebody and they should have died. But yeah, then you'll just click on the spells tab, and then Eldritch Blast should be one of the options in there, I believe.
Yeah, I've got it. I'm just not sure what to do. Do I need to do a die roll with it?
Well, if you click
It'll automatically.
that option, it should put it into the chat and with a roll option.
Okay. Huh.
Is there a way to move like
So
the
that'd be a
position?
total of a 19.
Well, just again, hold on. Why is that?
Yeah.
Oh, because okay. So real quick, when you click cast spell, it showed all the spell options, right?
Yeah.
Then you just click the word Eldritch Blast, which I believe is the one in the top left. It's like the kind of purpley, like lasers.
Yeah.
If you click that, it should.
Oh, there it goes. I see it.
Now,
I see it. Now I got it.
now that it's in the chat, you click the attack button, and it'll throw the attack with all of the modifiers in it. If it's less than 13, we'll switch it, but if it's more, we'll go with it. So yeah, in the chat there, where it says Eldritch Blast, like
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, yeah, just click that attack
I see
button.
it, but I get these. Yeah, I keep seeing all these extra windows pop up.
Oh. Yeah, so on that, it should say normal, advantage, or disadvantage. Click normal.
There it goes.
Perfect.
18.
Okay,
There we go.
that's better than the first
There you
one.
go.
Then you'll just go back up to that entry and hit damage, and then it'll ask you damage normal or damage critical. Click normal. Oh no, just that damage button there in the chat.
Oh, there we go. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Just normal. Okay.
Yep. Hell yeah. Pretty good.
Nice.
And then I'm going to
Explodies.
apply it. And so it breaks off like a good portion of its rib cage and like the shoulder blade, and you can see that the arm that's kind of holding the arrow kind of falls a bit limp. Their bones, they don't bleed, but there is a rule set in 2024. It is bloodied, which means it has half or less of its total hit points remaining. But yeah, I don't know how to describe a skeleton bleeding, other than parts of it are falling off. Okay, perfect. Then your turn will conclude, and then you'll just click end turn. I can move past it though. I'll just click end turn. Cool. It'll go to the skeletons. So this skeleton who got shot by Lucian is going to return fire at Lucian, and then this skeleton back here is going to shoot at Halvard. This skeleton is going to switch their loadout to short sword and shield, and will attack short sword against Halvard.
And they should both have disadvantage because I'm dodging.
Correct. I gotta select you as a target. This.
Thank goodness for disadvantage.
Undead hate you, my guy. They just do. Yeah, they just really do not like you as a thing that exists. Do you want to use Stone's Endurance?
I am a hill giant Goliath.
Oh, I
not
keep
a
forgetting
stone
that.
giant Goliath.
I'm so sorry. So yeah, smack. Also, we did add the mod that says when a person gets hit and is bloodied, blood will shoot out of them. I'm sorry.
That shouldn't buddy me. That's at half health, right?
I dealt.
Oh no,
damage.
I am well over half health. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and then the other one is going to shoot at you. I am begging the fates, please.
Kill Halvard.
I don't want.
We almost got in session one.
I click normal. I click normal. I click normal. I click normal. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. Sorry. I'll click normal again, and we'll take the lower of the two. That one's lower. That one's gonna miss. Okay, great. That is it for the. Oh, sorry, one more. Skeleton here is going to shoot at Lucian. I believe with a short bow, I got 60 range, so that's right on the nose. Bam, bam. That will probably hit. Yep. And damage. So that will deal 6 points to Lucian, and I will apply. Okay, so you are bloodied.
Yeah, ouch.
They are freaking undead. They hate Halvard more than anything. Okay, so skipping that turn down to Calithian.
Select NT. And then I'm going to shoot a light crossbow bolt at him.
Okay. And then, yeah, you click attack in the chat.
Normal.
Mm-hmm. That'll hit. And then click damage. And are you shooting at the same one that... oh, you're shooting at the one that's fighting Halvard. Okay, got it.
Yeah. 4.
Okay.
Which makes
Plus
it
1.
5.
Okay. Next up is...
the
I have
blood.
to skip.
Yep.
My turn.
What's that?
Does the blood splatter indicate like who's
Bloodied.
more?
Yeah, also, if you look at their icon up in the top left, they'll have like what looks like a little white icon there. It's blood dripping. They are bloodied if they have that icon above.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, Halvard is apparently a magnet for death applying attacks. But yeah, Kaelin, you're up.
That's why I'm here.
To be murdered by undead.
That's what the party tank is for, to be abused by it.
100%. I believe you're about to get healed. Maybe.
Maybe.
Would love one of those.
Joseph always plays a healer. And I think that's what's happening here, but we'll see.
I'm struggling. Hold on.
No worries.
It was there and now it's not. Like, for some reason, it was there, but now it's not showing up.
What's that?
There it is. But it says I don't have any available spell slots.
Well, that's not true.
Yeah, mine says something similar, but it's computer, so wing it.
Spells. What are you casting?
Healing word. But I should have 2 spell slots.
You have. Yeah, you have 2 spell slots. I don't know why it's not doing it. Try it through your character sheet.
Yeah, I fixed it. It said that they were expended. I just put them back.
Okay. And then click healing.
Popped up another thing. Sorry. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, in the chat there at the bottom, you'll hit the word healing and it'll throw the dice. And then I will apply it to Halvard. You're up 8 because you were only down 8, so you're back to full.
Thank you.
Healer. This is new. That's a bonus action, so you still have your action to continue and movement as well. Joseph.
I don't really have anything ranged, and I don't think I can use. Can I still use a cantrip?
Yeah,
I don't
cantrips
think I
can be
'cause I used
cast after a leveled spell. You can't cast a leveled spell with your bonus action and your action. Actually, I don't think that's a rule in 2024 anymore, but cool. Starry Wisp. We are illuminating.
Is that one close enough? Sorry.
What's the range?
Oh, sorry. 1 second. 60.
Yeah.
I think that one's fine. Okay.
I mean, if you move up a little bit, but not terribly much. Yeah, 5 feet. Just step forward 5 feet. And you're kind of shooting from behind the cover of the tree. Cool. Then click the... Yeah. That will miss. Wait. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Next up is Halvard.
Alrighty. I'm gonna bash this man with my flail.
Hell yeah.
One normal attack roll. That is almost certainly a miss.
Yeah. You have a bonus action as well. I don't think there's really anything that you've got, right?
I don't have any useful bonus actions, no. I might reposition slightly just to make it more inconvenient for this guy to...
here, you'll have cover from both of the other attackers with, yeah, enemies have cover problems.
If you say that that's cover from both, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I haven't minimized my whole UI thing, because is there a way to move the map?
Right click.
Currently I just see dark stuff.
Right click on a space and then drag it around.
There it is. Go. That is so much better.
Yeah.
I was asking that earlier, but I was like, maybe there's not.
sorry. Yeah, I think you can. Oh no, that's for moving your character. I'm pretty sure there's a hotkey for it, but yeah, right clicking and then you can move the map around. Okay.
Sorry
no worries. Lucian, you are up. This one that you fired at first is basically on death's door. It looks like this one has a bit of damage to it. The one in the back is completely untouched. Focus firing options, I would say kill the one you've already murdered a bit, but it's your choice.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shoot a magic missile at it. I'll do it.
Okay. So again, because first game, and I'm more than fair. I'm gonna say that no matter what your magic missile roll on the go is, one magic missile will kill him. Do you want to divert the other 2 magic missiles to a different target?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The next target will probably be the closer one that the other fellow was engaging.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you hold,
I'll put the I'll put
if
I'll
you
put
hold
two on the other one.
if you hold Shift and then press T over this new one, it'll put another targeter marker on them.
Oh, neat.
But then you'll just go ahead to your spells, click, and then click Magic Missile, and then I believe I will be applying each missile individually. I have yet to see this, so I'm interested to see how it goes. We will be learning together. But yeah, under
Yeah, that's
spells.
fine. I got to roll. I
Well,
got to roll a d20.
well, no, you don't. Magic
Oh,
Missile's auto hits. It's just damage right
oh yeah,
away.
that's right. Yeah.
But if you click on the spells button there at the bottom, and then click on Magic Missile, it should give you an option to just roll the damage, I think. Do you see that there?
Not saying a thing for rolling damage.
Yeah, if you click the word, or click the spell Magic Missile, it should then pop up. Um, it should then pop up in the chat there.
Yeah, off. There it is. Damage. Okay.
Did it go?
Well, I got a thing that's popped up. It says damage, but it's not showing up in the chat roll thing.
Here, hold on a second. I'm
Does
gonna
it
try
have a
something.
thing for you to pick the?
I'll just use a D4 thing.
No,
We'll do
no.
it that
Well,
way.
hold on. I wanna figure out how the mechanic works here. Okay, it brings up. Oh, when you right-clicked it, it brought up the. That's really weird that it's not bringing up a prompt. I don't like that. Yeah, go ahead and roll the dice. I'll figure that out later.
So I guess
3d4.
it'll be 3D4 altogether. Yeah, yeah.
And then I'll add +1 to each of them. But the first one will go against the guy, which will kill him. Dead. And then it'll be a total of 6. Sorry. 6 plus 2 will be 8 damage to the other one, which will kill it as well. Good shit. So,
That's right. Body count. There we go.
Lucian, let's furl kind of like wispy bolts of energy that flare forward. One slams into the skeleton at distance, knocks its head clean off. The other two kind of smash into the one that's fighting Halvard and absolutely schooling him. And just as he's getting ready to like raise his short sword and bury it in your chest, it explodes in just a blast of force. Okay, Lucian, any movement? You can move into kind of like a space near Kalen to get cover from the tree. If you'd like.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. I'll scoot that down
I
a little
think
bit.
my armor class is probably higher than yours. If you want to just stand behind me, such a
Also
bloody.
true. Also true. Druids are a good person to hide behind. Absolutely. And then just make sure you've got the token selector at the top. I promise it becomes more intuitive once you kind of get to it. But another thing
Yeah, I'm
too.
just trying to see how to move it.
If you have your token selected, you can press down on the D-pad on your keyboard, and that'll just move them.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That'll work.
Yep.
That'll work.
You can move around like you're playing Nintendo for sure. So this one here, Halvard, I sold you a false bill. I told you you would have cover. I did not expect the skeleton to get obliterated. The skeleton was the cover. Now that there is no skeleton, you have no such cover. So I did you dirty a bit.
It's
That
a good
said,
thing all your wounds
That's
were healed
okay.
up a little
I'm
bit.
happy with this situation.
yeah, there's not a skeleton fighting me in the face. This one will shoot. This one will miss. You manage to interpose your shield, and it kind of catches the arrow mid-flight. The skeleton will then kind of drop the bow behind its back, draw short sword and shield, and will advance to here. That is it for the skeleton. It will move to Calithian.
I should hopefully have it pinned down in melee, so cover might be less relevant for y'all.
What's up, Elizabeth? If you're talking, I can't hear you. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I had myself muted.
It's okay.
I was talking to myself. Does 14 hit?
14 will hit. But yeah, at the bottom, do you see how it's green and it's got that check mark? Or is that only on my side?
I think it's only on your side.
I
Okay.
think it's free.
Cool. Yeah, then go ahead and roll damage. Click the damage button in the chat there.
Like is it on the skeleton or
Yeah.
5?
No.
I
Sorry,
don't see
it's in the
that.
chat where it says 14 as the result. It should be highlighted green.
Yeah, we don't have a.
Okay.
We don't have it highlighted.
Good to know. Good to know. We're learning together. I'm gonna go ahead and hit apply to the skeleton. The skeleton has taken damage. It is not dead. Turn ends. And Kaylin.
And
Finish
why?
'em.
There we go. I was like, why can't I target it? Well, I don't have much by the way of, ranged attacks for this, but we're gonna try this again.
Mm-hmm. That'll hit.
I think that's. Oh, well, okay. I was like, I think that's the same.
One higher than last time.
Was that the? Did it roll or?
You'll click
How do I
damage.
do
So
that?
if you look up in the chat where the initial post was, you'll see.
You're right. I see now. That's why it's confusing.
Yeah, it's a little
I hadn't
different.
hit with any of those yet.
It's a little different, but it kind of locks everything into one space to kind of look for it. We're used to kind of just going back to the character sheet, which I understand. That will actually terminate the fight. So the last skeleton is blasted down by a starry wisp hurled forth by the druid from their kind of crystal icon. And once it's defeated, you would notice kind of a strange glow inside of the tree stump.
Well, I'll
Take
go
a
ahead and
look
check
at the
it
tree
out.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So Halbert, obviously closest to it. You reach into the tree stump cautiously, obviously, but you reach it and then pull out what appears to be a crystal, glowing kind of a soft blue. If you have Arcana trained, no roll is necessary, but those who have Arcana would recognize this crystal as a Residuum crystal. Residuum is a magical dust normally, but sometimes found in kind of crystallized form. It can be utilized as a recipe component, a magical spell component, used in the crafting of magic items, and it has a value you approximate of somewhere around 100 gold pieces. So if you had a magic spell that said you need a component that cost 100 gold pieces, Residuum can replace that magic component instead.
Sick.
And if you had a recipe to make a magic item that said it requires a 100 gold piece item, likewise you could replace that too. Okay.
I might go ahead and give that to one of our resident spellcasters.
Yeah, you got
Not
3.
much how hard can do with it.
Honestly, if you're looking at the person who
give
put
it-
in the most work, it was Lucian. If you're looking at the one who put in the most finishing work, it's still Lucian. If you're looking for the prettiest, I guess it's probably Kaylin.
Wow. How far would it
Wow.
absolutely give it to the person who healed him?
Okay. Oh, there you go.
Fair.
You're still alive.
Thank you for keeping me alive.
Because got it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Lucian's still bleeding pretty bad apparently.
So a real quick note on that. So when it comes to travel and random encounters, you can take a short rest, not a long rest. Long rests are at indicated times. If you'd like to take a short rest at this point, you can. You can also use the focus action to regain hit points or spell casting. But for a short rest, I believe on your bottom token, it's 2 big buttons next to your character art, short and long rest. Just click the short rest button and then it'll prompt you with whatever. I believe it says hit dice available, and then just auto spend hit dice until you run out or health is full. You have 1 hit dice.
Am I able to collect my bolts?
So with these, yeah, I would say so. You will be safe on ammunition. Typically, harder targets are required for me to concern myself if they break or not.
No, I guess that
Why
fixed.
ask?
Yeah. Back to full, it looks like. And then anybody else partaking in a short rest? That'll also recover your spell slots as well, Lucian, because you're a warlock. So.
Yeah, apparently it already did that. So
Yeah, technology. It's
Future.
Honestly, it is very cool. There's a lot more behind the scenes that make it even more radical for Dungeon Master. I swear it's the best thing since sliced bread. But it is a little bit convoluted when you first start in. It is worth it though. Anybody else resting?
I didn't need it.
Nope.
I'm
Okay.
good.
Yeah, I don't need it.
All right. I mean, yeah, you're not a warlock. Okay, cool. So then
I was like, I can't get my.
that was us
Can't
moving
get
in
my
our
spell button.
second slot. So if we are moving into the third slot, I need another d20 roll.
I'll
Not
do
me
it.
this time.
And again, obviously random encounters.
Oh, dang it. Pressed it twice.
So we're gonna go with the 9.
Nah.
That's fine. It's
I was like, please not the 19.
It's-
Yeah,
well,
the 9 is better.
The 9 was first. It didn't matter which
Yeah.
one you wanted. It mattered which one came first, you turkeys.
Yeah.
So a 9.
Well, we can be happy that the one we wanted also came first.
More than fair. More than fair. More than fair. The next step for you will lead you to an icon. I have yet to put in the filler for it, but I am going to put it on the player's location journal docket. It is a freebie. The event for it is a freebie. It's called the Road to the Lowland. And I am making it visible now. You'll enter into this space with relative ease. There appears to be a very beautifully carved road that descends down and continues down in zigzag towards the lowland. The rocky area to the south that seems to lead towards a cliff area, this road descends past that, but it also hits at a point that allows you to go out onto it. That kind of gray, it almost looks like a boulder, like a big rock, and it kind of is. That's what I'm talking about. So you can, for free, move to either onto the mountain or onto the rocky space or into the forest. Your choice.
I would rather go on the rock.
I understand. But I think everybody voted already for we're going to the trees, right?
Yeah.
Exciting. Okay, cool. So that's a freebie. We have moved a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our allotted amount. Go ahead and move your next space, and then somebody roll me a d20.
Not me this time.
I can do it.
Oh. 2d20. What?
Damn it.
Oh, that was the list.
Why?
Oh, so yeah,
It was mine.
if you click it more than once, it's going to pop up an additional one, and there's no way to subtract it away once you've got it. It's kind of frustrating. I concur. But yeah, just get the once and then click the roll button, and it should throw it.
Oh, there it is. I can't just keep hitting enter, so that's why.
Yeah.
16.
No,
Six.
more high numbers.
16 is going to be in this specific area, just inside of range for a peaceful travel move. Now, normally the situation is it's 1, 2 through 5, 6 through 15, 16 through 19, 20. However, in areas with hazards, it's offset. Peaceful travel is pushed further, and discovery is replaced with hazards. So it's actually 2 through 9 hazard, 10 through 16 peaceful travel, 17 through 19 random encounter, 20 deadly encounter. Not a lot lives in this place. And what you'll realize about the Cloaked Woods as you start to move into it is there does appear to be a very sharp difference in the trees that are present here and the trees that are up on the highland. The roots are showing. They are kind of popped out by rock and rubble. There are like small alcoves where you swear you see something move inside, but you kind of move past it once you realize it's just a trick of the light. And it just feels more eerie here in comparison to the highland forest. But yeah, peaceful travel so far. Now the question is do you wish to move up in diagonal or straight on to the east? Straight on the east will get you to
the east.
road faster. Which, yeah. Okay, so then one more space. Go ahead and give me another d20 roll.
I'll roll this one.
we're in the same territory. It's the exact same roll, so we're doing really well on that. But yeah, we'll move on to the next space. Roads during free roaming are freebies. There's nothing on the roads except for bandits, and those are at set locations. They are events. So you will move to here and be fine. And then finally, as the day kind of gets long, we're probably midday at this point, you will be arriving at the chapel. Bear with me here for a second. Ba-bum. As you breach from the woods, you can see the absolute ruin of what appears to be a church, or a structure, really. It's very hard for you to kind of tell exactly what it might have been, with the one kind of indicator being the spire, or kind of, oh god, why, a steeple that's present on the floor. It looks like there's still stained glass remnants inside of that structure. It very much looks as though the place was flattened by something very heavy descending upon it. No indication as to what that is from this distance. You'd also see strolling around the location what appear to be shambling corpses that walk. I will move us to
Zombies.
the scene. They are not hostile until they are. And we will cover that. I believe you're going to see nothing for a moment, and then you will see some.
David told me what.
Then you'll see
Totally would. Oh, no.
something.
There was no token.
Since you came from the south, you'll be moving through the graveyard proper, and here we go. Bam, and pow, and boop, and kablowie. Okay, so yeah, you would enter from the south, kind of coming off of the road, moving up to the space. It looks like the graveyard itself too is in ruin, with some of the crypt stones being broken, and whatever was inside of the whatever was interned has come out. Perhaps some of your friends up ahead.
Well, any last minute preparations? Halvard will say to the party.
No.
No, I'm fine here.
No.
I think I'm pretty good.
Onward and upward.
So again, what I need here is narrative discussion of movement. I need to have an understanding of how you're moving forward. Again, depending on how you're doing it and what you're doing in the process. Oh, it does say
I'm trying
wizard.
to keep.
Oh, sorry, I just read the chat. Go ahead, continue.
I'm trying to keep. I'm trying to keep people between me and any potential target. So I don't want to be a pincushion again. So
Halvard will do his best to stay in the front, shield drawn and ready. Not that I'm expecting the zombies to be shooting arrows at us, but you never know.
Oh, you did put wizard. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I just noticed that I was
Take
being
John.
yelled at. Sorry. I fixed it. It's fixed.
I would follow behind, or Kaylin would follow behind, but being observant, obviously, of the surroundings.
Okay. Looking for possible like attackers, or looking at them at the location with like interest. Again, what's your kind of, what are you keeping an eye out for?
Like with, I guess, interest, paying attention to like what's there as opposed to, I mean, because yeah, obviously enemies, but like, is there anything that we should be like
I guess
of note?
say,
I guess
you can
is the
say
word.
generally, or you can focus on one
Yeah.
of those two options or something specific. That's what I'm trying to focus on. The DC is going to be lower if you have like a goal in mind. It's going to be higher if it's just I am looking.
Just looking.
Okay.
Not really in
And
particular,
then,
I guess.
Lucian, you said you were staying behind the group. You do not want to be a pincushion. Was there anything else you wanted to
Yeah.
add to that?
Well, I just wanted to make sure, being I mean, slightly armored spellcaster still, but I don't want to be the first target. But
Right.
I'm also looking at the various structures around to make sure there's not anything behind them, or
Okay.
just keeping it looking around.
So you're not concerned about the historical value or possible arcane nature of these things. You're just focused on if there's things behind them. Okay.
Well, there are hostiles at the moment.
Yes.
I'll do the scholarly stuff later.
Later. There's a times for books and there's times for swords.
Unless there's like a chest that probably is going to be a mimic, and I'll
See, then you kind of gotta, it's coming together, right? The worlds are kind of colliding. And then
yeah.
Halberd, sorry, what did you say regarding your lead up?
Um, I know we're kind of keeping our eyes on the shambling corpses up ahead. Well, Halvard is absolutely looking at them. Um, but in addition to that, do I happen to see anything that looks kind of like the shrines that were outside of the other ruined church?
Great question. On first glance, no. But I
Okay.
will state that if they are present, Halvard will kind of identify them. He knows what they look like or are supposed to look like, and will be able to kind of indicatively like see that. I would say that what you're noticing primarily. Oh, sorry, last but not least, Elizabeth. Almost skipped you, and I didn't even have an initiative tracker. Um,
That's why you almost skipped me.
Well, I would ask you to make a perception roll, but based on historicals from this session, you're not going to see anything anyway, so I don't even know why I'm asking.
I mean, it's a new location.
Fair
He
go.
might.
Fair go. Fair go. What is Calithian like focused on or interested in? Is there anything in particular that you're kind of like keyed on?
He's less keyed on the threats at hand and more looking at these statues
Yeah.
and
So you're
if
actually
there's
looking at them
any
for interest, like if there's anything
yeah,
important about
like
them.
historical interest,
Okay.
if
Perception
they're recognizable
from
or something.
Lucian, history from Calithian, perception from Kalen, and then nothing as of yet for Halvard. Yours is an automatic success for the shrines. You know what they look like. When you see one, you will see it. Okay. Kalen, you're kind of looking around kind of globally and kind of situated on, interest points of interest, but also if there's any kind of interlopers. Lucian, with your role, and I think modifier, you would kind of indicate like there doesn't appear to be any attackers. What you'd also notice is that the shambling corpses up ahead, if you were to try, you could potentially sneak past if you kind of move the right way and kind of move in kind of a specific path. You feel like stealth probably would behoove you here. And I'd say, Kalen, you'd
Yeah.
probably kind of click that as well with your 17. Um, you kind of
I'm
notice,
heavy armor. Something happened for me.
again, even you could probably sneak past them. They do not look. Yeah, to answer your question in the chat, sorry, yes, it is. But to focus back on us, uh, they are so dumb looking, like you're pretty sure even if you snuck past, like, or even if you tried to sneak past in heavy armor, you'd probably be able to pull it off. The DC is extremely low. Um, but for Calithian, the main statuary appears to be this maiden. Um, and looking at her, her attire is very similar to Mainwind's. She's wearing the same kind of hooded robe with like small tassels, kind of on the seam, or the this whatever the sewing word is for the around the hem. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know clothing. I don't know clothing. A hood,
Owl?
the cowl, but like the lip of it. What is this called? The rim?
Technically, it's a brim, but
Brim. The brim of the
not
hood.
really.
That's perfect. The brim of the hood. It sounds good too. I like brim. That's a good word. But yeah, there's like small little tasselry coming from the brim of the hood. The attire looks very similar to what Mainwind wears,
Mm.
and there are statues of them. These maidens, and they appear to be kind of over the graves. Probably a indicator of someone important
They're
here.
not by chance pouring water, are they?
Their hands look like they are holding something, but whatever they were holding, like their hands are broken away, so whatever was in their hands is gone.
Hmm.
And very good note there. I'm going to let you, you can't have multiple instances of heroic inspiration.
I was like,
But that was a good enough question. I would have recovered your heroic inspiration if it had been on the docket. Any.
I would have been
Go
I
ahead.
would have been walking further up the group, by the way, not at the back. Sorry, I wasn't
Absolutely.
thinking about it.
Yeah, go ahead and move up ahead if you want to, and then yeah, as
Like
noted, there doesn't
with
appear to be any kind of there doesn't appear to be Lucian and Kalen both, but kind of note that there doesn't appear to be any kind of like ambushers or attackers or anything. Just a creepy area with
Okay.
weird maiden statues and a graveyard.
Mainwin, you had noted that Mainwin's curiosity was around the old churches, right?
She seems to be focused
Yeah.
on churches. Yeah.
Interesting, interesting.
So these other statues here don't appear to be as destroyed as that first one by the entrance.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fair.
are they also missing their hands?
Their hands are all missing. That's right. The one that's laying on the ground near the entryway looks like it was knocked over and its arm was completely broken. These ones look like their thumb and like forefinger and possibly like the middle digit have been removed. And maybe they were holding something. Their hand seems to be like it's in a almost kind of like it almost looks like they're pouring something. Again, I would be giving you heroic inspiration for a great catch. You don't need to continue to belabor the point. You're right. They look like they were
I'll,
pouring something.
I'll have to ask Mainwin about that later.
Very good. Regarding the rest of you, anything else that you'd like to indicate before you try to move in on the church? And again, you can fight the zombies. It does look like there are more behind the church as you're kind of paying attention, and every so often you can hear them kind of stop and idle, lift their head up, and kind of, and then start shambling again. It seems like they're doing it at random intervals, but they are doing it very strangely. Like they'll move, stop, look up, and then continue shambling.
Do they look more or less alert while they're doing that?
Less alert.
That might be our cue to sneakily dash across in chainmail.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So looking at the chapel proper, it does look like you could gain entrance through the front door. It does look like the structure has maintained itself quite a bit, but there are also other points of entry as well. Again, I go by kind of Zelda mentality rules. You can come at this from any angle you want. I'm not forcing anything. Um, the zombies presume are moving kind of like 10, 15 feet this way, then going a different direction. Like it's almost as if random. There doesn't appear to be any method to their madness, but it also doesn't look like they're terribly attentive, and they're usually like kind of almost forming kind of a circle. They typically end up back where they started.
So not brownie in motion.
so we sneaking past them, right?
Damn, that was
I think we should.
the crypt walls, which would be the walls in between the church and like the yard, probably about 10 feet high. It looks like they're rather sturdy, and they're kind of covered with lichen, so they're easy to kind of climb. No check is required if you want to kind of hop the wall. And then, yeah, you can see in shadow, this is the main entrance here. So, oh, oops, I'm just looking at fog, aren't I? Damn. That's the entrance to the Lich Wall.
I'm a big fan of the front door, but if all of you would rather go a different way, I will come with you.
I think the front door is fine with me.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to the front door.
Um,
We just have more zombies to get past that way, but
what the grouping of you will notice too, for the more scholarly minded, as you're looking at the from the front and you're close enough to it, you can actually see like it doesn't really indicate in the map. It kind of looks like the stained glass is like directly up, but it's kind of slanted. so you can kind of see it from this angle. And it looks like this pinkish red glass or rose tinted glass is kind of inside of what appears to be a like 4-pointed star, and then there are blue markers or indicators kind of on the outside in like forming an 8-pointed cross. But she said that this was the Church of the Three, and typically the three's symbols will either be kind of 3-pointed stars or just a clover.
Is Mainwin wrong about what the church is, or was it changed?
Sorry, I just realized them. I'm doing great on Joseph's whole. I don't know how that happened. That is really weird because I copied one into the other. That's just a delete press on my part. Okay, continue on. Sorry, you asked a question. What was it? I'm fixing things in Photoshop. What was the question though?
Is Mainwin wrong about who this chapel was originally dedicated to, or has it been changed since she was last here or last read about it?
It would have. I mean, who knows? It could go either way. Yeah, definitely a good question.
All right, so start trying to sneak past these zombies now.
Yeah,
Or-
absolutely. So everybody go ahead, and if you are trying to just make it to the front door, I've got a DC in mind. Go ahead and make your stealth checks. And yeah, disadvantage if you're the type to have it. And again, just so we have it, Peter, when you click on if you've got your combat thing at the bottom there should be a part right above your picture. It says skill saves and
There,
something else.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got it now.
Do you guys want Halvard to run across first or last?
That's a great question.
Given that I have disadvantage. Because if I go first and fail, you guys have kind of the bottleneck to hide
I was
behind.
like, it may not matter at this point. Okay. Oh.
Oh, well.
Go ahead and roll yours.
I mean, my disadvantage is gonna be pretty low.
Okay.
Love this for us.
So, you make your
Apparently
way
I walked
across,
into the wall.
and strangely enough, Calithian, you did your goofy walk and head out over towards the door. Do not cause the zombie to see you. A 5 was the DC. 4 is lower than that, though. So Halvard was
You
going
guys
last.
want me to go first or last?
We're saying, based on dice rolls, we're saying you went last. So everybody makes it across, and as you're making your way, this one here will, and then kind of, and as it does that, it's almost like dolphins, but undead human dolphins. They all start doing the, and start moving in that direction very slowly. It seems you have alerted the zombies, and they have some sort of weird hive mind or clarion call that causes them to now all focus on you. However, I will say that you're able to make it into the building, and at this point we are going to start an initiative tracker. So depending on how you want to engage here, see how it goes. I'm not saying you have to fight. I'm just saying for the pacing of them trying to murder you, we are going to play it off like a fight. Okay. Make sure you select your token, yeah, and then
the alert feat.
Yep. And then Peter, it's the weird face thing in the bottom. It's a dice, but it looked like a face to you last time I recall.
Yeah. Yeah, I just pushed the wrong button.
No worries, no worries. Okay, perfect. So it is current. Lucian and Halvard, you switched sides on the ends of the undead that we're fighting. Last time it was you two first, and then the elves. But the elves are apparently going first.
Quicker now.
So I want to make sure you understand. You are inside what appears to be a fortification, a building. However, there are a lot of a lot of points of egress. It's not exactly solid. You are looking for what is the question you need to ask yourself, and then we just need to move into the kind of combat state in that process. If you are looking for something, doing so is a action, and it requires a perception check.
I'm looking for a wall to put myself against.
Yeah.
We're at least sort of supposed to be looking for a magic circle in the catacombs, or
Yeah.
maybe an entrance to the catacombs from the level that we're on. That
Right.
said, Halvard is going to be concerned with keeping the zombies outside and away from the squishies.
I have an idea for that. Maybe don't. I don't
You're
know.
first.
Yeah. I would like to cast Minor Illusion. And it has to be a 5-foot cube. That's right.
Baby gelatinous cube?
Or maybe they would fall for a sound. And I can put that in a... Is there a space that I can indicate this
So the range is 30 feet.
minor? Okay.
So
So
if you want to just ping a location, I'll notate it as myself. And yeah, 30 feet, 30. There?
I think so.
Okay. And what do you want it to happen in that space?
I think like a yell.
A
Not
yell?
sure
Like
what
a scream?
Trick. Yeah, a scream.
Okay. This one here does not seem to change its focus. And
Right.
this one here does seem to kind of turn its attention towards the gates. But the one that specifically triggered Halvard,
Yeah.
or was triggered by Halvard, it seems to be locked on the church doors. You can't see this one from your current angle, and the other ones are obviously you're oblivious to them as well. Okay, that's your turn. Any
and then
movement?
I'm gonna move.
And obviously you're looking at the top of the space and you're moving into it. Just again, verticality was not something I was terribly interested in this space. So, yeah.
He's mostly just moving into the church, not
Yeah,
out or
you should be able to pass through the walls if you want to. If you want to go in there, you're just. I'm going to say that you're on the first level. We understand that it's just an open space with a bit of rubble on the ground.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Then next up, I didn't click begin combat. That's probably a good idea. Let's go ahead and click that next one. Kaylin, you're up.
We're just gonna throw this out for backing away because this one stayed. This is the one that was still looking towards the church, right?
Correct. Give me some damage. Okay. So when you drop the starry wisp, it appears and like pulses into them and illuminates them. But in that moment, you watch its flesh burn and it start kind of and fall to the ground as it's burning with radiant fire.
Nice.
It's not dead. It just appears to be not happy and on fire. You said you have
And
movement
I'll
after that?
also step back just a few, maybe one more.
Okay. They will go. The one on the ground is rolling around in agony. This one is going to move its full speed. It does not take the dash action because that's not what zombies do. And then this one is going to move right onto the scream. Lucian, as you're kind of in the back line near the door, still able to see everything. You see where the scream appeared from Calithian. The zombie walks over to that location, and then drops to its knees and starts raking at the ground. You can see its flesh on its fingers start to peel away, and the bones actually start raking into the dirt.
So we really only got to worry about at least one right now. Maybe not even that one.
against
We might be able to
zombies.
just leave because he's just burning to death.
Calithian, as you kind of like, and then rush into the chapel and look around, you see like the mist on the western wall, like, peeling in, and you see the silhouette of a zombie, kind of moving at space, and its eyes, when they turn on you, you see this red reflection. The mist light seems to reflect their eyes back in red. You hear a loud thunk coming from somewhere over to the east. You do not know what that is. Nobody is able to see it. It is hilarious, I promise you. But you have no idea. Okay. Next up. You can laugh at zombies until they're in your face. Then you cannot laugh at zombies. You have to take them very seriously. Lucian, you are up.
Laugh so hard.
This one's backed to you. This one's on fire, and then this one's digging at the ground. What would you like to do?
I'm going to go back further into the room and head like further into the room, and just since they don't seem to be coming at us, there's no point in trying to fight them, you know.
Draw attention to them, right? So with your action, do you want to kind of like peer around the area and look for perhaps a means of entering into the catacombs?
Yeah, while I'm backing away, I'm going to see what all the entry and exit points are. Whether there's somewhere that's a down button or a down location.
Give me a perception roll. And I'll go ahead and throw your token over that way.
Yeah. Skills. There it is. Oh.
Sufficient. No, not sufficient. You have a penalty. That sucks.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I thought you had a bonus. Okay, yeah. You're looking around.
No.
You would see the zombie that I indicated to Calithian kind of standing over there on the western side. And the wall's blasted out entirely. Completely open space on that side. And then it looks like very similar kind of on the eastern side. But it looks like it's kind of got a decent 5-foot or chest-high kind of wall remaining in that area, with a couple of boards that have kind of toppled down into those spaces here. It looks like if you wanted to go up, that would probably be the best way to do so. Just kind of going over there and climbing up the rocks and then making your way up the boards. Okay, solid turn. Moving on to Halvard.
And none of the zombies appear to be charging at us or anything.
Again, no. The only one that seems to have like any indication that it knows where you are, you're not aware of yet.
Yep, sounds good. In that case, I will also move into the main area of the chapel and take a look around for an entrance to the catacombs.
Perception.
Second. Die roll.
Nice.
Yeah. So you would see that underneath this section here, there is a dais with a pulpit. It looks like most of that has been rotted away, and the wood here looks pretty rotted and beat up. But when I say that station and area looks like it's rotted away, it looks like something has befouled the wood entirely and almost kind of like caused it to become very riddled with holes and like just putrescence. Amidst all of that, you can see that there is a stone structure with a metal top that seems to have been made or laid bare by the duration of this rotting and time. And it looks almost like a lid or a trapdoor.
I'll point that out to the rest of the group. It looks like there's a trap door underneath what appears to be a trap floor.
At this point, I'm going to ask the group as a whole, before we move into the next round of initiative, if your intent is to get into the catacombs, you can do so without any hostility. If you engage in just doing that, you will basically be entering into there before the zombies can even get close to you. If you wish to continue searching the space or fighting the zombies, that is absolutely an option. But before we move into the second round, I want to make sure we have a measure of it. Do we want to move into the hole or stay on top of the surface?
Hole.
Hole. We got one for hole.
Hole.
Hole. We got two for holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Peter, you're on board with holes, and then Joseph, you're a fan
Yeah,
of
I'm-
holes.
Let's do it.
I know what I'm
Love that
doing.
book.
I'm gonna keep doing it. It's fine.
Call me Stanley Yelnats.
Gosh.
I'm tired.
Okay, bear with me here.
It's too damn bad.
Avoiding a fight is always a good idea.
Oh, we
I-
haven't made him regret putting the two of us together yet.
I am moving us to a scene. Bear with me here. Calithian,
Bear with you. I only see zombies.
Kalen. Who would go first?
I would
Halbert?
like.
Or-
Yeah, probably Halbert. I would be second. I would like.
Yeah.
Marching order. Yes.
Halbert kind of
first.
rushes over to it, fixes his hands on the handle, wrenches it free. Rust and kind of a bit of that putrescence kind of flies off of it as you open it up, but the pathway beneath you seems to be completely clear. There's about a 5-foot deep hole and a ladder, and the ladder seems to go past the hole into a wider space underneath. Does that make sense? Did I explain that well? Okay. The ladder looks like it's made out of iron. It's got a bit of rust to it, but it looks like it's sturdy. And you descend down the ladder into complete darkness. At the base of it, do you wish to light a torch?
Unless it smells like oil, yes.
It doesn't smell like oil.
Okay.
Good call, though. 20, 20. And then I believe advanced options. Light animation, make it look like a torch. Okay, and then everybody else descends down the sides. Go with me here,
One of my torches.
and then I am on a scene that I am activating now.
I might offer to hand this torch to one of you who does not need both of their hands to fight.
Before we get there, you've got the torch lit and you start looking around. You would see that there appear to be a number of coffins, specifically coffins, that encircle the kind of hexagonal like dais that the ladder descends down to. On immediate look, there appears to be a bit of that putrescence that I mentioned on the floor, but besides that, there doesn't appear to be any staining or like strangeness. From first glance, there do appear to be pathways out of here, but the light doesn't really catch everything perfectly, and you're looking around a bit confused. Now, for those of you who have dark vision, I know, I understand. I'm getting to that. I will give it to you. Bear
I
with-
was gonna
bear-
not say anything because I'm usually the one that's the problem.
Also, a fun note on dark vision. When you see it, you'll note that there's a vision line that will be colored inside of the light source, and outside of that, it'll be a bit monochromatic. Dark vision has no color light, so you will basically just be seeing in monochrome outside of a certain range. I think I hit Calithian with some sight, right?
Yes.
I will do likewise with the problem. Oh, oops! I think I gave you super sight. Hold on a second. Dark vision update. Perfect. Okay, great.
I can't see anything anyway, so
How about now?
I can see the room we're in. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So those of you who have your damned elf eyes, you would notice that there are two pathways out of here. There is a door on the right side, and there is a door on the left side, and of course the entryway that you came in. There does appear to be also some putrescence on the northwestern wall and western wall. Seems like this is just fallen, that is kind of seeped in from above. And
What do your elf eyes see?
the map is 1-for-1, so it does look like one of the coffins does have a break in it on its foot area.
Okay. I was gonna ask. Coffin and two doors. And then he would head over to this one to look.
Yeah, so looking inside, it does appear that something was laid to rest in here, but it doesn't look like the thing that was in here is in there any longer.
Mm,
Almost as if it broke the base of it out there and crawled out.
love that. Can I check this one?
Yeah. So you kind of move over to the coffin. It's got a pretty heavy lid, like a pretty solid kind of wood and metal. Um, can you make me a strength athletics?
I sure can try.
That's all I expect of you.
Wow, I actually didn't roll that
Yeah,
bad for
sufficient.
me.
Not too bad. You're able to slide it open. Inside, you would see a dead body. It does look like it has basically been rid of its flesh. It's been down here for a very long time. Um, it looks like it's wearing maidenly robes, very similar, and now not in statuary. You would notice that there are kind of indicative similarities to it and Maywin's attire. Like they're identical.
Spooky.
Has the
Extra
actual maiden
spooky.
skeleton's hands been destroyed?
No. Her hands have not been destroyed. Make an investigation check, Halvard, since you asked that question.
Sure. Not my area of expertise, but we'll roll. 13.
You're looking at the hands, and you would notice that inside of the casket with her, there is a decanter. It is placed at her side. It appears to be made out of perfectly polished silver, the bottom of which appears to have some signs of age to it due to kind of sitting and presumably in the material that a body would put off as it's decaying. There's also one other item in here that might be interested to anybody who's trained in religion. You can secure 1 pound of adipocere if you wish, which is known as corpse wax, and it's a recipe item which I will be giving the hand up for, not right now because I don't know why, but it is not in the right spot. But if you'd like, someone can go ahead and I think you can add a new item to your character sheet and put 1 pound of corpse wax.
Should we take the silver decanter back to Mainwin, or should we leave it here out of respect for the dead?
You've already disrespected them by opening it. Your call, though.
It's opening to check to see if they're actually dead is caution.
Fair, fair, fair.
Yeah.
Stealing their stuff is disrespect.
You know what?
I think we leave it and then we can tell her about it, and if she wants it, we can come back.
Sounds reasonable.
Does anybody argue a different tack on that, or
I agree.
if you have Arcana trained as a reminder, there's a skill trick that allows you to determine whether something is magical or not.
I do not.
I got religion trained, but I ain't taking the wax. And with that, I feel like that's
Lucian?
gonna be real disrespectful.
You have
Can
Arcana.
I check the? Can I? Yeah, I do. Can I
Yeah.
check that?
The decanter is magical. It does appear to have a faint trace of kind of a bluish color. You would notice as you kind of roll really well and determine that, yeah, this appears to be some sort of wondrous item.
I don't know about anybody else, but I think I should keep it.
Before you take that out, I'm going to go put my foot on one of the other coffins just in case.
Yeah.
To hold
Yeah.
it down.
There's this tense scene of Lucy's like, I think I should keep it, and reaches in, grabs it, pulls it out, and then like, puts the foot up on the coffin, and everyone's like scattering and looking. There's this moment of silence, and he's holding the decanter and just kind of stuffs it in his bag. Silence, nothing happens.
Caitlin's like prepared to cast a spell.
Wisdom is.
So with magic items in this game, they're auto-identified if they don't require a keyword to be stated for it to activate its function. This item does require a keyword for it to activate its function, so the spell Identify will be required to determine its traits. But if you pick up like a +1 longsword, you know it's a magical, like super accurate, cool longsword. I'm not gonna have you like, yeah, I just don't see a point in wasting time. But yeah, things that require you to say a word to turn them on, those you need to identify to figure out what the word is.
We could probably ask Mainwin about it. If anyone would know the word offhand,
Yeah.
it would be her.
And if not, Benson is a spellcaster, a fortune teller, and could probably figure it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. You have a decanter. We'll deal with that at the end of the game. Cool, cool, cool. Anybody want to check anything else out?
I got a thing I want to do. Is there a possibility I could put a little light spell on the blade of my dagger?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and get you hooked
'Cause
up with some light.
So what I'm going to do is have it on the dagger, so I don't need to use it all the time. So I just let a little bit of light out and put it back in the sheath, so it's just on the blade.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the benefits of a full light spell, though.
Yeah, so I don't have infravision like everybody else does, so I'm...
Right.
Well, like
Strict,
two of
strict
us.
daylight vision.
There's only two of us that can see.
So-
Goliaths have exactly human vision.
Yeah. Doors on the left and right, but then there's some more coffins if you want to check into them.
Sure,
Do any of
give
the
it a look.
coffins look different than the others?
No, in opening them, you would realize that not all of them appear to have bearers' rights, but looks like the one that was opened on the bottom left and the one in the top right, they have decanters. So one has been taken by Lucian. There's another decanter in the northern one.
Well, Lucian was able to take the other one. I might grab this decanter.
Albert does it before anybody else and has a silver decanter.
And-
See,
And roll for initiative. Oh,
See, Peter's like, see, now you're thinking. Now you're thinking. It's a magic item. I said it was a magic item. I figured it out was a magic item. You get the magic items. It's Dungeons and Dragons, baby. So,
We let somebody else touch it first.
right? Okay, I see you. You know what?
Once it has been determined to be safe,
Valid.
then I will pick
You're
it
right.
up.
You are right. You are correct.
I mean, it still could be cursed.
I'm not gonna be.
Why?
No. No.
Why would you bring a warlock along if not to pick up all of the cursed stuff?
Well, you grab yourself a Jonah. That's usually what you want to do, or a Brent.
Jonah or
Brent. That was what I was about to say.
Yes, we need Brent.
Very first game ever.
What you will find out is that the door, just to kind of speed up stuff, the door on the
Yeah.
eastern side is locked. And it appears that in the center of this double door setup, there appears to be a cavity that is hexagonal as well. It appears that the key to this is more of a magical key, and on kind of like, just quick detection, it appears to be blocked with an arcane lock. So if you try to break the lock through more mundane means, i.e. a rogue or somebody trained in therein, they would have a hard time doing it. Plus 10 to the DC, if I recall correctly, for arcane lock. The door on the western side, or the left, that door seems to be fine if you'd like to pursue or proceed through that.
And it's
Yeah, I don't-
not trapped.
Great question.
We don't know that till we check.
Go ahead and make a perception. Go ahead and make a perception roll.
Oh,
I will
so
stand-
good at those.
Over here while you do that.
Just kind of like, I think it's fine. No, it doesn't appear. It doesn't appear to be trapped.
Rad, I open it.
My job is to get mauled by
There's a-
zombies, not to get mauled by doors.
Giant zombie on the other side, because I didn't check to see.
You should be able to click the door yourself, and it should open. Just to double check. Can you do that
Oh,
or no?
that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I forgot about that feature.
Inside the space ahead, if you kind of step through, you'll see a hallway that looks like it has in its kind of slots to the left and to the right more coffins. The coffins present in here, they appear to be bolted down, and it also looks like they are bolted shut. Like they have mechanisms that have basically sealed the lid to the casket proper, or the coffin proper. The path continues ahead. It does appear a bit of rubble has fallen down from above, and it looks like there's kind of this very strange kind of guiding marker. You notice that there were kind of stone cutaways in the ground on the interior around, and this appears to be like drawing a path out towards set location or specific area.
Are they bolted down with an unusual metal, like, say, silver, or just with, like, kind of normal iron bolts?
They appear to be wrought iron, so very dark metal that looks like it's heavily worked
Okay.
and battered with metal or with hammer.
Gotcha. Well, let's not open these. Mostly because I don't think we could get them closed again. But also, are there any writings or like inscriptions or plaques by these two that are bolted shut?
Great question. No, it doesn't appear that there are any indicators or markers. However, what you'll notice that above each, kind of set in the kind of top of the shelf that they go into, there is that four-leafed symbol, similar to the stained glass outside.
I'm going to try and copy down that four-leaf symbol on some of the
Yeah,
parchment.
not
I
terribly
have with
hard,
me.
just kind of like a series of ellipses.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
We'll want to ask about that when we get back to the fort.
See if Mainwin knows anything about it, for sure. Anybody want to fuck with the coffins?
No.
God, no.
Okay, so if that's the case, you advance ahead. The point where the rubble kind of drops in, like I said, you would see that there appears to be more putrescence that's kind of spilled in through here. And it seems that it's actually seeped down and it's kind of flowed southwardly. And there are pockets and areas where it's kind of pooled, where the stonework is kind of settled a bit lower than other portions of the stonework. And these puddles, they have a kind of strange, like, top film to them, almost as if like there's a line of or like a layer of wax over top of this specific brown and gruesome kind of liquid. And yeah,
Like corpse wax.
it's like a corpse wax film over top. You cannot recover anything here. It's too filmy to kind of recover it.
Yummy.
The only reason you're able to get it out of the maiden's coffin is because she, yeah. Uh, but seeing this kind of hole in the ceiling, it becomes very evident that there appears to be a way for you to get out, climbing up and out. You'd probably arrive outside of the church, kind of on the northwestern side. If you'd want to escape, this is one method of doing so.
Good to know.
Okay. Calithiana, since you're kind of moving forward, you see the very large puddle in front of what appears to be a kind of place of honor. This specific niche into the wall looks like it has things other than a coffin placed in it. And above it, it has a different symbol as well. One that you haven't seen in these churches, but one for anybody who's played any of my games would be familiar with, but we're going to call it by its name and also describe it, an Atavian cross. Atavian cross is a cross like a crucifix as you understand it, but the arms and the head of it are connected in the form of an arrow. I will post in the chat so you know what the cross looks like.
What is this statue?
Great question. In shadow, it's very hard for you to see it, but in dark vision, not so bad. It appears to be some form of warrior knight, but like a monk warrior. They have a hood and like plate armor, but they do. Yeah, thank you so much, Elizabeth. That is an Atavian cross for those who are curious. In the chat there. It looks like some sort of like warrior. It looks like their hands are broken away, and they might have been holding something, perhaps a sword or other implement of martial prowess. That seems to have been removed, whatever it was. Muted, Amadeus.
Muted.
Is
I
this
was like, you're
statue
clicking things.
Yeah, is this statue standing on is that just like a line in the stone, or is that something
It is.
maybe more visible down there?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah, before anybody walks past it, maybe.
The two squishy people walk past it before we make that check.
Yeah, we're already.
They're already there.
Oh.
I think that's a 14.
So the kind of stonework that kind of indicates some sort of line or
No, 12.
trajectory, it seems to be more for pathing or kind of indicating where to go. You would see that it kind of connects with the wall and goes up the wall to about half measure and stops.
And are those like braziers or something set into the wall around the statue, or
More like just, structural supports, columns that are kind of set into the walls.
Gotcha. Okay.
And sorry, snap pinging.
Or poke them cautiously before walking past them.
Okay. Yeah, they do not rush out and fight you or anything. Totally fine. Okay. The space ahead, you would see the coffin as mentioned and indicated, and you would see that there appears to be a treasure chest, a small cask, probably maybe about 2.5 feet by 1 foot high, and then you'd see a jar. If you're familiar with the term Coptic jar, it looks like one of those, and then a large jug. The jug in question is earthworks or earthenworks, and the top of it appears to be sealed with wax. The Coptic jar, the top of which has a very indescribable but strangely bestial head, and is also sealed with wax. And you would notice that they both look like they have been like messed with. The wax on both appear to have been tampered with, very noticeably. And you'd also notice that the chest, the lock of which appears to have been like scratched up, like just absolutely battered to fuck, um, by some
But not,
implement, but not opened.
but not, but not opened.
The coffin sealed to the ground, all of that perfect, just like the other ones that you saw before. No differences there.
So there's no way to open the chest then.
Well, you could attempt to. If you have thieves' tools, or
Yep.
training with thieves' tools, you can attempt to make thieves' tools out of nothing. You can attempt to break the lock. You can attempt to break the box itself.
Yes.
It
What's
looks,
the box made out of?
the box is made out of brass.
Harder to break open then.
A bit harder to
Um,
break open, but not impossible.
Uh, I'll maybe somebody who's a little bit more diligent than I can take a quick look around here for traps, but I want to see if I can pick the box up.
Yep, absolutely.
But check for traps first.
I want to pick the box up. Is it okay? Is it okay? Is that the
Roll
vibe?
perception for this.
Somebody with a non-negative intelligence,
Okay.
please tell me
Yeah.
that it's okay.
There doesn't appear to be anything wrong with the box. It's totally fine for you to pick up if you'd like. It weighs 40
Fine.
pounds.
I'll just pick it up.
Okay, you have it.
I'll add an item to my inventory if I can figure out how to do that.
Okay. And again, it weighs 40 pounds. Keep that in mind.
I have over 200 pounds
I
of
know.
free capacity.
I know. I'm aware. There's an upper
That's
limit.
pretty rad.
We'll get there.
I
But
still have quite a bit myself. Not that much, but
there's definitely an upper limit.
chest.
We might get there one day, but yeah.
Chest from ruined chapel, 40 pounds.
oh,
Up ahead, there is another space that looks like it is kind of wrapping around to a door. It is openable, I believe.
I was like, since I rolled that perception check, can it be for the door, or
Yeah,
did you want
there's
me to
no,
roll
there's,
another?
no, there's no traps in here.
Okay.
Inside of this space, you would see columns that look like they've broken away, rubble that has kind of descended from above. You saw kind of an uneasiness in the floor inside of the chapel area when you first entered in. Very noticeable that this is probably from above. There are no points of egress out from this position, unlike the other spot. Directly ahead, you see that there are coffins. Some look like they have been buried underneath the weight of the earth from above, and others still stand clear. None of them appear to be damaged, with the exception of this one here on the side, which looks like a large stone block slammed into its side, leaving its contents open to the open air.
That one looks like it's broken too, though.
I only notated this one over here, so we'll say it is, but it's not important.
Okay.
Focusing on the other 2 points of interest in this space, and I see people moving around, and I want to explain. This appears to be about a 2 foot high dais in the center of the room, with arcane markings that have kind of faded away in some sort of magical circle, but more
Like a circle.
hexagonal shaped circle. You know those. And it
Uh-huh.
also looks like this stone plate that's been kind of set here. It looks like it suffered several cracks and abrasions to it due to weight, time, perhaps other people engaging with it. That's one point of interest. And then the second point of interest is in the far side of the room, you would see what appears to be a large decanter, similar to the decanters that you have, but made out of earthen work, but stylized similarly to the ones that you have. And it looks like it's been broken directly in half. It looks as though the bottom half still holds something in it, but the top half looks like it's been broken away.
Those look like remains.
You go and check it out.
I'm gonna stay over by the door, I guess, while they're doing that. Keep an ear out, and my eye's not super useful down here, but keep an ear out for sounds of anybody or anything following us into the catacombs, or perhaps from the direction that they're walking in as well.
Totally fine. Does anybody check out either the marks on the stone panel in the center, or the decanter's remains, the broken coffin?
I'm check.
Check out the.
Sorry, we'll do one at a
marks.
time. Peter, what do you want to do?
I was wanting to check all of the the language around the central dais thing, and maybe if it's an arcane something.
Perfect. Go ahead and
do
give me an
that.
arcana roll, and then Elizabeth.
I was gonna look at the marks as well.
Okay, wait, pause for a sec. Oh, you already got the roll out there. That's fine, that's fine. So what I'll have you do is, Elizabeth, you can look at Lucian's Arcana roll there. Looks like a +3 modifier to it. If you feel like your Arcana independently is better than that, you can roll your own. If you don't, then you can give Lucian help. Basically, the two of you are kind of like doing the as you inspect the thing together, kind of like swapping notes. And then I'd like for
Yeah.
Lucian to go ahead and roll again. So yeah, go ahead and roll me another
Okay.
Arcana. And we'll take the higher of the two.
Oh.
Okay. So
Well-
we don't know the language. We don't understand it. It's definitely markings that are old and ancient, and definitely not something we've seen before. But what we do understand as mages of a sort, that the patterning here and the way it's been designed is that this piece of rock and the magic circle or hexagonal shape on the top of it is a warding thing. And whatever is underneath this stone piece is being sealed by this tablet. It is something is beneath this.
Broken tablet.
This thing that doesn't look like it's basically on its last legs. Like, yeah, 100%, exactly.
Lovely.
It's definitely still sealed and has not broken out.
Right. It doesn't. Well, it definitely doesn't look like anything's gotten out, but it definitely does look like it is pretty well damaged. So absolutely, that's what you two are indicating. This could be a problem, or maybe it's sealing somebody nice. You know, that's
Last time I was
usually
there
who gets
too,
sealed
with a
away.
sealed entity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets put away in every single game.
Kaylin, you are moving towards the bottom, towards the decanter
Yeah.
thing.
I'm gonna check that out.
Okay. So looking at the top, it does appear to have similar kind of design and patterning to the decanters that were recovered from the first coffins from the maidens. And when you move to the bottom half, it's kind of set on the floor. It also looks like it's been bolted down, similar to the coffins. And inside, there's still water inside. The water has 3 different textures that I'm going to explain, and then we're going to explain the contents of the water, which you can see. If you've ever had a mixed drink that has like layers, it's kind of a patterning that's similar to that, but from a vertical perspective. So on the outside ring of it, there's that putrescence, that brownish kind of dark material that seems to be kind of leaking all over the place in these spaces. In the center, there is kind of a bluish color, which is water-like and seems to be transparent with a bit of kind of like, opaqueness, but not, fully, like decent level of transparency. Then there are pieces of bone matter floating inside of the water, and all about them is this strange yellowish film that almost seems to kind of like, if a bone is kind of like rising up out of the water and floating due to like it being hollowed out, it looks like there's like this ring or rim of this yellowish color, kind of like a waxy or cheesy color. Cheese and wax being very similar, by the way. I don't know if you've had either. They're great. You should check them out. I just like making them. I like saying things that make the face on Elizabeth go. Ugh.
I love to have wax with my bread.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
Finally, somebody. I knew I
wax
liked
and
you.
crackers.
Okay, but yeah, it does look like there are bones inside of the liquid. There could be other things inside of it as well. That will definitely require some fishing out for that to happen. But yeah, that's what you see. The religious significance, if you'd like to roll religion, you can attempt to figure out what this big urn might have been.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, religious significance as you understand it, in burial rites, there are a couple of different methods for kind of burying somebody, right? I mean, obviously for getting rid of bodies, cremation, etc. This appears to be very similar to kind of like a cremation process, where the bodies of individuals will be put into water that's kind of measured with a bit of acid. Um, to allow for kind of a lot of bodies to decompose in one specific area and for it to be reused to allow for that dissolving. This is not technically a place of honor. It would definitely be something that would be for someone who is either kind of at arm's length with a society, or a church, a parish, or it might be something that would be seen as like a sacrifice. Yes.
I was going to say ceviche.
God damn.
No.
Refuse to leave.
You said cooked in acid.
Oh no.
Snackrifice.
Sacrifice.
No.
It's a nice au jus.
Unfortunately, the au jus is all over the floor.
Dabble the wax in bread, and
Disgusting.
Okay, well I'd pass that information along.
Yeah.
About the sacrificial ceviche over here.
I will be referring to the putrescence as au jus for the rest of the evening.
Fair enough. So do you wish to fish around inside of the decanter's remnants? Do you wish to check anything else about the location? I did mention there's the one broken coffin. It looks like its contents are present, but
I'll have a look in the broken one.
Okay.
I'm not fishing around in the thing.
Oh, for sure. When you look at the break and like what's inside, you would see in the interior a humanoid figure that appears to be wearing boiled leather armor. The armor looks very ancient compared to the environs that you're sitting in, almost as if like the person that was laid in rest here. It might have been like a transference, like the corpse was moved from somewhere else and then put into a different state of rest.
And the only thing I can see is the body and the armor.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to fish around in there, you can.
You just really want me to fish around inside something.
Listen.
If you're going to fish around in there, I'm going to back up far away. That
I
don't
am
get caught
definitely
by the
not
falling rocks.
gonna be the one. That's what we have a warlock here with us for.
So you're not fishing
Well, you
around?
hire-
Oh, go ahead.
I am not fishing around.
That's why you hire NPCs for. You send them to set off the traps.
Nodwick mentality.
Yeah.
and then you kill them before you get home, so you don't have to pay them.
That's it. That's the ticket. Remember, if you're an NPC, watch out for these motherfuckers. Am I right?
Watch out.
Halvard is a good guy. He's just being played by an asshole.
So if you're not checking inside of the coffin proper, then is there anything anybody else wants to check out or no?
Well, I mean, like, is the top of the coffin like secured?
Yeah. These are all bolted down. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. These are not similar to the maiden ones. These look like they were
I was
sealed.
like, I can try to pry it open, but I'm definitely not gonna like reach my arm in a hole. And...
If you do not have a crowbar, I cannot allow you to attempt to prise it open.
Do I have a crowbar?
It would be on your character sheet.
I have a whole bunch of stuff.
I'm like, I got a snap. We could kind of makeshift,
That's not splitting in half is what's happening.
I have no. I do have a crowbar. We're not using my crowbar to pry open that. I will hold it high enough up in the air, none of you can reach it.
I'm pretty tall. You're not as tall as you, but I am pretty tall.
Damn.
Lucian has mage hand. Watch out. Watch out.
Yeah, it's true. I
Um,
have
Does
too.
does this mage hand have 16 strength?
No.
Might not even be able to lift the crowbar. Is that a 10 pound? No, yeah, it would be fine.
It's 5 pounds.
We're not checking inside the coffin. The main thing. That's what I want to focus on.
So I think you said nobody could read the writing that made up
Correct.
the script on the tablet. Does the tablet look? I'm not going to say intact. Does it look sturdy enough that it could be like pressed into a little bit?
Yeah.
I was thinking of taking like a charcoal rubbing of the words to, if not get a full transcription, at least get enough that someone could determine what language this is.
For sure. I'm totally okay with that, and I love the Indiana Jones mentality of the process. Yeah, absolutely. You're able to kind of like catch like it's going to take like a full page for you to get like one glyph.
Oh, yeah,
That's the
yeah.
size of these things, but you're able to grab a few of them if you want to.
Let's say, how much paper do I have?
I have
And they're
I've
for
got-
sure going to be like Arcana would be the only way to find out what they are, right?
100%. Yeah.
Religion wouldn't have
Yeah.
done me any good on this.
Religion
one.
wouldn't help
I-
here, unfortunately. This is separate from the church
Yeah,
entirely.
I don't know shit, but lots of people at the fort do.
Yeah.
So.
Benson,
We'll copy
Mainwind,
down.
Bramilda.
I can help you with anything nature related. Got you.
Let's copy down. Do the glyphs look like they're repeating, or is it just like a long series that's?
It looks like it's.
Um,
It looks like a very like there are repeating glyphs or markers, but it looks like something is being written here. It looks like it's
Okay.
legible, like perhaps like a spell phrase or something to that effect has been written down in this magic circle. Is what the arcanist would presume. Like this, whatever the spell's like incantation, whatever
Yeah.
was required to kind of illuminate the magic, that's been done. And also, just to kind of no roll necessary, if you have Arcana trained, it is magical. It is very powerful. The tablet's magic, the abjuration, the blue glow of it, it is very potent. And for the druid, it stinks. It smells of magic in here.
Do we have enough paper to record the entire transcription?
No, I would say not. How many parchments do you? How many pages of parchment do you have?
I'm say I personally have 10.
10.
So.
Okay. And then Elizabeth, did you have some as well? I think I saw some on your sheet.
For some reason, I only have one down.
Go ahead and put
but
10. I think 10's a good number.
more.
So you have about 20. If you want to capture 20 runes of it, you're able to capture a portion of it. Go ahead, and this is more for, again, this is not a reroll or another bite at the apple on trying to figure out what the fuck it is. This is just trying to figure out where the fuck it starts. So if you want to roll an Arcana check, Lucian, to kind of like, I think that the phrase starts here, then you can do so and get the beginning of the phrase instead of like somewhere in the middle.
Okay, I can do that.
Hell yeah! You find that which that one was earlier, but here we are. We've got this one here. You know the start of it, and the first 20 letters of the runic incantation have been captured. As you're doing that, I would like for everybody to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, goody. My specialty, by which I mean.
Could have been worse.
16, yeah.
Glad I put my 2 extra points in there. Shoot.
I'm clicking the wrong thing. There we go.
Yeah, there should be a save section. I think Lucian, you did better than you actually rolled, but still stellar. You're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is significantly above average for me. I will keep it.
Oh.
Not that I have a choice.
So only one of you failed. Great. Cool. And it is
Nice.
Elizabeth.
Oh.
Calithian, as you're kind of like, handing parchment over to Halvard, who's kind of like, you hear a voice come from the southern side that says, please, help me. And you look around at everybody to like see if they're reacting to a voice that you are pretty sure is coming from a location. But they are not. I was about to say, I think you're perceptive enough, but
Love
that's
that
not true.
for
I don't
me.
think you're perceptive enough. Based on historicals in this game, I don't think Calithian even knows where he is right now. It's like you built Andy. I don't know why you did that. But
He's
there's a
doing his
voice.
best,
There's a voice
okay?
coming from the decanter, and it's saying, "Please, please, please help me. Please help me. I need you to
Uh,
help me."
I guess he would move that way.
Okay.
I feel like I would be perceptive enough to notice that he was moving that way, right?
Yeah, he's walking over there while the rubbings are happening. He hands over his papers to Halvard and then kind of heads over that way.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm occupied.
I would
Doing the
follow
rubbings.
and just like make sure everything's okay. I would ask him, "Did you find something?"
The voice is compelling, but it's not forcing you to come to it. It's just asking
Yeah.
you to help.
Um, I'm not sure if everything's okay. You didn't hear a voice, did you?
I did not.
Mm. It's asking for help.
Well, we must help it.
He says, "Well, we gotta help."
Of course.
um,
Not entirely
it was
sure.
coming from over here.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
there's nothing alive over here.
Okay. When
yeah.
you walk,
I found.
when you walk over to the decanter and get close enough to see into it,
Yeah.
Calithian, and you're the only one who sees this. You see the top, like, head and arm of a maiden covered in putrescence reach out and hold her hand up to you, and her face looks desperate, like pleading, agony filling her face. "Please, please help. Take my hand and pull me out."
You got a 10-foot pole?
And he said, "We don't see."
Well, hold on,
right?
pause for a
Like,
second.
No.
Let's again. I understand there are definitely jokes to be made, but let's focus up. Let Elizabeth have the serious moment here, since she's the one who failed the
Uh,
saving throw,
yeah.
and we can see if she
Um,
fucks it up for
You're not
everybody.
compelled, he said.
Yeah, you're not compelled. You're not compelled. You have a choice.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want here.
Who are you?
Please, there's no time. It's so cold. Help me. And you can see her start to dip underneath, her mouth filling with the liquid that she appears to be made out of, but it seems to cause her to and gag as she's kind of like trying to pull herself back over the surface.
And I
I do
can't see
what
the
I
person,
don't.
you said?
Doesn't exist for you. Totally, absolutely not a thing that you're
So I would ask
visualizing.
her, "Who are you talking to?" Or ask him who you're talking to.
Um, there's a maiden and she seems to be drowning, but
Pause.
it
Do or don't. Shit or get off the pot. This is the moment. Sorry. I have to
no,
stress.
you're good.
She's going
No.
under. It looks like she's
He'll,
sinking.
yeah,
He,
he'll
he
like kind
doesn't
of
help.
shake his head and like move backwards.
Underneath. Um, what you see, Kaylin, and also now you do see, is that the water kind of like dips down, almost as if something splashed into it, and this is visible to you, and also audible to everybody else. And then you'd see one of the skulls float back up to the surface, and as it's coming up and the putrescence is coming off of it, there's like a moment where you almost see like a face for a bit, and it just looks like it's like screaming in agony before the jaw of the skull, and the skull just kind of floats in this thickwood, if you will.
Not the thick wood.
And that kind of changed color that was like split all over the place, it is now just one monotone poopy color.
Ugh.
It very much looks like the liquids that come out of a person's corpse after decades.
You've narrowly avoided sacrifice.
I don't know what she avoided, or they avoided. He avoided.
we could have had a great boon. I don't know if I've made the right decision, but I'm also creeped the hell out by that.
Excuse me. Okay, so just to double check, you're not checking the coffin that has a broken lid. You are getting the rubbings of the arcane glyphs. You're not messing with the au jus, and you are not messing with any of the caskets outside, right?
I think we probably would check the broken one. Maybe not open it up.
Well, it's been checked. You can see inside of it, but you to kind of get to the material inside, you kind of have to give it a little bit of the old
I'm not.
get in there.
I'm not
one of
giving the
those.
broken coffin.
You're not
one of
searching it with your
those.
arms. You're not going to try and see if there's anything worth it. That's my question. Okay.
Stick.
Nobody's.
That's hireling.
My
work, and we
character,
don't have
as
those.
the person they are, would not reach into a coffin of resting place.
I guess the only person we haven't asked directly, Peter, would Lucian be like, fuck it, and just go in for it?
Well, he would have tried to get into the chest back there, but it was locked. So.
Oh yeah, no. Currently, you're carrying that with you, so you could take that somewhere. Do you want to try it now? Like, because obviously he's not carrying it with him while he's doing rubbings. He probably sets it aside. Do you want to try something to pop it open?
Sure, we can just pick it up and drop it. See if that works.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me a strength athletics check. Obviously, like just dead dropping, it's not going to work, but like slamming it will probably do something to it. I'll say you get one attempt at it before Halvard kind of notices and. So yeah, it hits. It kind of does this bonk side slap off to the bit. It's like you're obviously doing it like over on the columns to try and get like an edge so you can like pop it. And it does kind of dent the brass, but it doesn't pop it open. You hear from the chest what sounds like coin moving around, and also what sounds like glass shattering.
There went the explosive potions. Oh well.
You have no idea what valuable things you've broken. We're taking this back to the fort with someone with skill can open it. With time and tools.
Not so sure that it has much in it now, but
It definitely sounds like there's coins in there.
I'll hand
Oh.
you your share, the broken glass shards, and whatever liquid is left.
Perhaps a thickwood.
Yeah. Coating all of the gold
liquid
coins.
again.
You may have all the au jus you can drink.
So to double make sure, you guys are not opening up any of the caskets on the way out. You're not or searching the casket that you're able to kind of reach into. You're not messing with the decanter in the southern side. You are exiting out. You basically have exhausted everything that I have available to you here that you've inquired about or seen. Fair?
Yeah.
Are you going back up the ladder and into the chapel, or are you going out the hole?
Is it possible for us to like maybe peek out the hole first and determine if the coast is clear before we all come
Yeah.
as a group?
Absolutely. So, Halvard, you kind of like get up there, pop your head up, and kind of look around, and you can see the wall of the church, the eastern wall of it, where it was broken. And what you're noticing is it looks like many more shambling dead have filled the chapel, almost as if you have lured them to it, and they have filled it to. As far as you can tell from here, there's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like a dozen or more inside of the chapel.
Rad.
So we're definitely not going back out the way we came in.
Right.
Let's
Yeah.
leave through this exit.
Okay.
I like that idea.
All right. So you exit out, you move through the mists, and you try to make your way back down to the road and get back. At that point, you'd be able to kind of set your way back to where you came from and make your way back to the manor fort. Let's go ahead and just take account as to what you kind of discovered here. You have 20 glyphs as portion of what appears to be a warding symbol on a very potently magical ward's seal. The church seems to have a symbol that is different than you would expect from the worship of the three. And there is a locked door with a hexagonal key that is present inside of this space that you did not find the key for in that space. Okay. Um, I think that's gonna do it. Bear with me here for a second. Activate, move back. Do you take the exact same path back?
Um,
We would have to walk past, like,
Well, you're not going to random encounter on the way back. It's a retreat, so we
oh,
typically just do a retreat, and it's a retreat if you just go back
yeah,
the same way back.
yeah. If yeah, let's go back the same way we
Okay.
came in. We didn't really pass anything dangerous terrain wise, just some skeletons.
So then
So,
two more points of order that I am going to have you go for. I need 2 perception rolls from each of you, and I need so if the everybody's first roll will be accounted for, and then their second rolls will be accounted for. So the first
Who's
roll.
holding Clothian's hand?
I can't hold your hand. I'm holding the chest of broken glass.
Hey, I got one good roll.
Oh, I need to roll a second time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
I'm
got
just
a
getting
9.
miserable on the perception rolls.
I noticed. It's okay. You've done pretty well on the attacks. I mean, your Eldritch Blast has been pretty spot on the whole time.
Good job I didn't use Witch Bolt. That was kind of overkill.
yeah. Well, if you'd fought the zombies, it probably would have been a lead gun. Okay, so Halvard, your first one was an 18. Your second one was a 20.
Yeah.
Okay, and Calithian, yours was a 17. So you'll be able to spot these things as you're making your way through. As you're making your way out, to the north of your path, you would see what appears to be kind of like a darker space and an old kind of vine laden road. But you see a very strange thing on that road, very curious thing. It appears to be a stack of skulls about 10 feet high. And the skulls in question, they are not like just people's skulls. It's almost as if they um, have all different types of skulls. If you have Arcana trained, you would notice that there's a strange magical resonance coming from this pile of skulls. And that marker will be added to your map. It's just off of your path, not terribly far from it. Um, Observer.
Like a skull cairn or something
Yes.
of that nature.
And I think that probably indicated 3 different ones, which I am going to rectify now before you remember things that you're not supposed to see. Okay, perfect.
I
Uh,
can't.
oh,
I'm still in the.
it was like we're still in the church
then
anyway.
I saved myself a lot of trouble. Thank goodness. Good
Good
job,
job,
me.
buddy.
So on the way,
Good news. We know there are many of them now.
there are at least 3. So this one here is not showing. That's weird. Hold on. Let me try again. Pile of skulls. Configure ownership. All players. Observer. Save changes. Boom. So now you can see that one there. At this time, you can tamper it if you want to, or you can leave it be. Totally fine. But it's just off the beaten path that you're heading through towards. You make it to the road to the lowland, probably around nightfall. You move past that point on the second perception check. Up in the mountain a ways, but not terribly far from the road, you see in this kind of space north of where you are what appears to be a cavernous structure, and I'm going to notate that simply with a tile marker, which will be a point of interest for you in the future if you wish to check it out. Some sort of strange looking cavern with like a wooden barrier or door that seems to be sealing it.
Hmm.
Large though, big. Okay. And you make it back to the manor fort without issue besides, and end your first survey team out in the wilds. Thanks for watching those that did. We'll go ahead and turn off the stream here, and we'll see you on Tuesday, because I have a game on Tuesday. Tomorrow we have the finale of Cyberpunk Dark Skies. Check it out if you want to. and we'll see you next time. Ciao.
Bye.